On the banks of the Mississippi River, home to the king of rock and roll and also the Memphis Tigers, where the fans have moved the party from Beale Street and are ready for kickoff. What we have in store today, a clash between a pair of AAC squads. As we'll see, the winners of 5 straight, the UTSA Roadrunners, taking on the winners of 7 straight, the Memphis Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Roadrunners will put toe to leather and we'll get started. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Offense set on first down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After the setback, the offense gets set for a 1st and 15. Wants to go up top. He's got the tight end. At the 45 on his way. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. New set of downs after that completion. Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the run. Hard running there. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Man, this guy is exciting to watch. When he has the ball in his hands, he can make magic happen. They're going to throw it to him. They're going to hand it off to him. They're going to get him the ball in a variety of ways, and they're doing it early in this game.
Memphis getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun, running back on the move. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Finds his big tight end. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
I give the tight end a lot of credit for holding on to the football. I know he's a big guy, but he just got whacked.
The Tigers line it up with a 1st and goal. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He's looking to pass. Dances away from the heat. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they opened and they closed so quickly in this part of the field.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll keep it himself. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Loss of 2. It's now 3rd and goal.
They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Memphis.
What a nice job by the offense. First drive of the game, they matriculated down the field, put themselves in a goal-to-go situation on third down. It's not going to be easy throwing it, but they win the matchup. Accurate throw, they get paid.
UTSA, 0.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. First down for this offense. Give to the running back. And they pick up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on second and short. Now the play fake. Trying to get to him. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that one play.
They'll throw it on first down. He's going to take off. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
The give to the back. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up second and 9.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Quick completion on the out. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Great job by the defense winning those early downs. Now you get into a predictable situation. Third and long. Bring in more DBs, more speed, more fun blitz packages. Get to have a little fun, go get the quarterback.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will wrap up the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. Memphis, 7. UTSA, 0.
And the Roadrunners will punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. They go to the ground. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on the first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Caught over the middle. It's Brock. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback going astray.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, he drops to throw. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Memphis will be forced to punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. The sweet feet buy a little time. Finds his tight end. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Really good job when this play went off script, and that's the job of a tight end. Find the soft spot and stay in the quarterback's field of vision.
Yeah, and it's just frustrating to play this kind of style of quarterback. That's always going to extend the play, make it harder on you as a defense. You got to guard longer in the back end, and just did a nice job getting outside the pocket and getting into the big fella at tight end.
Outside the pocket, lets it go. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Offense gets set for second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Takes a hit as he fires. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it in the tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Looking to go up top on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he makes the catch inside the 10.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
From the gun, looking for a man. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They scored fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
The returner's going to try to see what he can get. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. They'll give it to the back. Pretty good job of running to get there to the 32.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
On second down, he's looking downfield. And the quarterback is snowed under.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And I don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away. The Roadrunners will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. On the return, it's Green. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. I mean, offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead. I'm
really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. Finds his man in the middle. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him.
Got it! Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. That big play, a perfect example of why receivers relentlessly work on the release.
Yeah, work on that release, work on their hands, getting by the DB. When I'm getting that press man and he's up in my face, man, that is a...
And it's caught! Touchdown, Memphis! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Anderson. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. And the Roadrunners want to crank the tempo. On 2nd down, wants to throw. Grabbed in the middle, it's Anderson. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the 1st down before they finally get him on the ground. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They'll snap it from the 25 here on 1st down. Firing to the right, complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Looking to push the pace with the no huddle. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Bringing it back. He's at the 10. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Tigers. He'll try to tack on 1 more. The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. On the run from inside his own 5. They make the stop, and that is the end of the 1st half. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Memphis ready to kick it deep and get the 2nd half going. He'll bring it out. It's Anderson. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21.
first and 10.
UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He's got it. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
Well, if they're going to get back in this game, they need more plays like that. That was something that was missing in the first half. Explosive plays in the passing game, and they get one here, trailing early in the third quarter. Let's see if these receivers can make more plays like that as this game goes on.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Brings up second down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give from the gun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
That's why as a defense, you feel okay playing man coverage on third down because you know you've got linebackers and you've got players on your defense that can cover these dangerous running backs mano-a-mano. Nice job tackling in the open field.
Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. They got to him in a heartbeat. Man, was he back there quickly.
And you can see the linebackers up near the line of scrimmage. Which one's coming? He comes flying through with great speed. The offense had no clue how to get him blocked, and he gets the big sack.
On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. The ball squirts free. That is a serendipitous turn of events with the fumble going out of bounds. They'll maintain possession.
Yeah, you can definitely catch a break there with that ball bouncing out of bounds. 3rd down, trying to make a play, trying to get the first down, but Palmer, ball security is job security.
Especially against this defense, David, because we know they take pride in creating turnovers, and they practice this throughout the week. They're running the football, getting hats on it. You see guys constantly swatting away. This offense very lucky that that was not a turnover.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Looking for the score. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, UTSA.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. NC State was relentless today in a road win that frankly wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Wolfpack performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. It's one game, you don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Now, after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. They're trying to get to it. Makes the grab. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
And as a defense, that's why you want to avoid 3rd and short moving forward. It's really hard to defend that slant. That's a bang-bang play. The offense knows they can execute in their sleep. Defense will have to do better early in the drive moving forward.
Little touch pass to the receiver. Past the 40. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the 3rd.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Memphis 28, UTSA 7.
The Tigers are flying down the field. They'll try the run. Finds a crease at the 20. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. Memphis coming to the line with a fresh set of downs. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Grabbed over the middle. It's Brock. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
Dances away. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain.
Great job rallying to the football by this defense. 3rd down, QB's trying to extend the play, but great team speed on defense, now setting up 4th.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Touchdown, Memphis! And the route is on. The lead gets bigger here in the 4th quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
UTSA 7.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Got a man. It's Allen. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. The Roadrunners come to the line in the hurry-up.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs the drag, and I get the first down. Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. And they got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it, and they convert. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep.
He'll off one deep down the left side. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And just a short and safe pass play, they pick up a few.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be...
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. And the quarterback just couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger and get rid of the ball, and they knock it free.
So let's give the secondary tons of credit, right, Reese? They were doing an outstanding job in the back end in coverage, not allowing any receivers open, and that's why the QB had to keep holding it and keep holding it. That allowed the pass rush to get to him, and that created the turnover.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, the inside give. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Right down the middle. Pulls it in. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
They're going to run it to the right. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. 1st down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Give to the back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas.